What's going on, guys? It's your boy Matty Ice, Leads for Locals, and in this video, I want to show you a super powerful automated LinkedIn lead generation strategy and system that is just absolutely fantastic for generating high-quality leads and appointments for your business. I'm going to show you real campaign results that I'm running for a client right now who's in the real estate funding space. So he funds like multi-million-dollar deals. He has tons of funding and lending that he does. So basically, we wanted to connect with basically people in a decision-making position, so to speak, for the real estate sector or department of these like big funds and companies and investment firms and things like that, right? So we basically used just an awesome piece of software. It's called WeConnect. I'll have a 2-week free trial in the description below. I do appreciate you going through my link. It is an affiliate link. It does help support the channel. So if you want to implement this, what I love about WeConnect, not only is it super easy, crazy powerful, it's also cheap. It's only $49 a month after your 2-week free trial. So make sure you check it out if you want to just absolutely start crushing it on LinkedIn and getting in front of your ideal prospects. So first thing I want to do is walk you through the campaign results, show you like the campaign is just crushing it. And it's not necessarily like just the software, because the software is just a tool for automatically connecting with your ideal prospects on LinkedIn. So, you know, your messaging and your audience targeting needs to be on point, which we'll go through here in just a minute on like how to use Sales Navigator and whatnot. But like we're just getting awesome results. We had to actually pause the campaign so that my client could go through and properly, like, well, not properly, but just make sure he could focus and concentrate on the deals that are being sent to him right now from these appointments, right? I mean, we've just booked a ton of appointments using this LinkedIn strategy. And so I want to show you the results first, and I want to give you an overall breakdown of how the strategy works. If you want like detailed step-by-step, I have that in my primary Leads for Locals Lead Generation Academy. You can check that in the description as well. And it has all of my lead generation campaigns and strategies. It's awesome. But I show you how to set this campaign up. I give you the LinkedIn scripts and templates that you can use. I show you how to automatically email your new LinkedIn connections as well, how you can set up Facebook retargeting ads to your new LinkedIn connections. It's just insane what you can do with this software. It's awesome. So without further ado, let's get into this, and give me a thumbs up, give the video a like if this is helpful. Make sure you subscribe because we come out with this stuff all the freaking time, man. It's just awesome. All right, so I'm not going to do basically I'm going to show you the results. I'm going to pause this and then log into my account. Obviously, I want to protect my client's privacy here. So and then I'll show you how to actually use WeConnect. But I want to show you the results here really quick. So I'm just going to give you a 30,000 foot overview of WeConnect. But you can see here we've sent out 849 connection requests total. And we've had 177 actually get connected, which is fantastic. I typically see when I'm doing a campaign like this, I typically see around between 20 and 30% connection rates. It just depends on the industry. Like every industry is different. And also your approach to how you're connecting with people. And but these numbers are really good. But the best number is the replied to connection. We're getting about almost a 50% response rate on our connection requests. Basically, and it's not just the connection, like the original connection message. The way that WeConnect works is we have it set up to automatically send a connection request to our ideal prospects. It's a list of prospects we created inside of Sales Navigator. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But basically, we're sending out these personalized connection requests up to like 80 to 90 per day. And we also set up a follow-up sequence inside of WeConnect that automatically sends follow-up messages until people reply. We got 4 of them. We don't go beyond 4. We don't want to piss people off. But basically, it's just automatically following up after people connect with you and just trying to start the conversation, like providing value, starting the conversation, whatever it is. Every industry is going to be different on what your LinkedIn messaging needs to be, but we're getting almost a 50% response rate. That is absolutely nuts. The standard response rate is like usually 10, maybe 15% to your messages, but we're getting almost 50%. It's because we're so highly targeted using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and our messaging is on point and everything. And we're crushing it. So now, obviously, not every response is going to be really good, but a lot of them are, right? They're at least open to a phone call. And to show you, I'm going to take you over to my client's appointment calendar here. well, just booked appointments. Look at all of these freaking appointments that have been booked. A couple of them have been canceled, but some of those were because they just connected on LinkedIn and they got on a call. But look how many appointments have been booked just in the last couple of weeks. Like we first started booking appointments. Let's see, it was back in December 15th was the first one, and today is the 29th, the 30th. So like just a little bit over 2 weeks ago. Look at all these freaking appointments, and these are, I mean, my client. Like this is the great thing about working in a high ticket industry is like my client would like if he just closed 1 or 2, maybe 3 extra deals per year, he would be killing it. Right. So at that point, it's really just about how many people can I get on the phone that are my ideal prospect. And these are ideal prospects. They're not all going to be, fantastic. But just like if you're in a high ticket service and you only need to close a couple of deals, maybe a month or a year, obviously you want to close as much as possible. But like you can see, like if you had this number of appointments, what that would do for your business, just absolutely insane. Right. So the number of appointments we've been getting is just crazy. That doesn't include the like people just giving their phone number or whatever on the messaging and whatnot. It's just crazy, right? So we're getting fantastic results with this, and it's just a super powerful piece of software. I don't know if I could actually go into the messaging again. I don't want to violate privacy or anything like that. But I mean, you can see the results here on the dashboard. That's also why I like WeConnect. Is at a glance you can see like how your campaigns are performing. Let's just speculate. Let's just say a third of these replies, which is not the case. A lot of the replies have been very good, but let's just say a third of them were actually good and the rest were bogus. You would still be at like what, 27, whatever, like really good responses, right? And that was in a couple of weeks. So imagine for your business, if you were getting a couple dozen extra really good conversations every 3 to 4 weeks, what would that do for your business, right? That's the potential with a system like this. And if we go over to, let's go to Campaign Manager. And this will also give you an idea of, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, like if you're not in real estate funding, but so we got our Campaign Manager here. This is where you actually set up your campaign, and it gives you the numbers here. Like this was the original campaign that we ran, and we were getting good conversations, but it wasn't the actual like primary ideal prospect that my client was looking for. So we switched it up, and we changed it to this one. And again, the reason we did that is because like what it boils down to is knowing who your exact ideal prospect is and what problem do they have that you can solve, right? What do you do and who do you do it for? You got to really know who your audience is. And I break down in my academy, like really how to use Sales Navigator. There's so many, like people use Sales Navigator wrong all the time. And I know this because I did for a long time as well, but I've got some really cool strategies in the academy for getting your, building a list of your actual ideal prospects. But you can see here like 48% response rate, 44% response rate, just crazy, like just super powerful. Okay, so basically I just wanted to show you the numbers up front here and how many appointments we're getting, how many responses. I'm going to pause the video for right now. I'm going to log into my WeConnect account, and then I'm going to now take you like over the next couple of minutes to show you the overall strategy of how this actually works, how to use WeConnect, and so you can implement this LinkedIn strategy into your business. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. We are in my account now, so we're good to go. And one other thing I wanted to mention too, this is fantastic for building a referral network on LinkedIn too. I basically, like in my academy and like with all of my students and clients, I teach them 2 strategies, primary strategies for LinkedIn, and that is direct outreach to your ideal prospects, kind of like we were just doing, like I showed you with my client. But it's also fantastic for building a massive referral network as well. So obviously relying on referrals, we kind of teach, like especially in my industry, we teach not to do that. However, if you have a proactive approach to building a referral network, you can absolutely crush it. I have clients in a couple of different industries that are getting just absolutely crushing it with their referral network. People just sending them referrals all the freaking time, right? So it's really powerful for that as well. But let me show you how WeConnect actually works. And there's really not much to this. Like it's so easy to use. And it's just very user friendly. Like you can even see who's viewed your profile. You can connect with them right from WeConnect. The other thing I want to show you too is the messaging platform. This thing is so freaking powerful. So one of the problems with LinkedIn is like their platform, especially the messaging, it's really hard to keep track of your conversations. Like if you're building all these connections, you have all these conversations going on, they don't really have anything on their messaging platform to stay organized, right? Well, WeConnect does, and it's freaking awesome. So if I were to pull this gentleman up, this is a conversation a long time ago, so we should be okay. And free publicity for you. So if you're watching this, it's free publicity. Check this guy out for real estate. Yeah. So anyways, it has contact information here on the right-hand side. I'll probably have to blur that out. But anyways, what are we doing here? Oh, also, so let's say you get this new connection and you're having this conversation. Maybe they're not, maybe they booked a call for next week, or maybe they booked a call and they no-showed or something like that, whatever it might be. If you don't have like an advanced CRM or whatnot, you can actually organize all of your leads right here in WeConnect. You can, like this one right here is marked as a lead. So if you get a really good response and you just want to keep all of your leads organized, like all of your connections here, all of your messages, you just click mark as a lead. And then maybe like once a week, or a couple times a week, you come into WeConnect, and let's say you want to spend 30 minutes just following up with all of your leads like people who have had a positive response, just to make sure nobody's slipping through the cracks. You can mark them as a lead, and then over here you can actually click this button, click on leads, and it will bring up all the people you have tagged. I don't have it right now, but it'll bring up all the people you have tagged as a lead right here. You can also click this button, mark as a follow-up. For me, it's probably the same thing, but yeah, you can see how freaking powerful that is. Hopefully, you can also leave notes. So let's say maybe you have a conversation with them on the phone. Maybe you haven't gotten in touch with them, and you just want to, maybe you want to follow up later on. I don't know, whatever the situation is. If you want to keep notes on all of your leads, you can do it right here. You can also create your own tags as well. So if you don't want to use lead or follow up or whatever, you can create a specific tag here, and then you click this button right here. You can search by all of your different tags. So it's kind of like a mini CRM in and of itself as well, in addition to how powerful it is to automatically connect with your LinkedIn connections. So the other thing too is if we click on this settings button, this is something that I do recommend, and I always do for my clients when we set this type of campaign up, is if you go to account settings, click on edit, you can actually automatically withdraw invites after a certain number of days. I recommend 30 days. It's usually default to off, but you want to turn it on. And the reason is because LinkedIn doesn't like you to have a ton of pending invitations. It makes it look like it seems, or makes it seem like it is automated. And LinkedIn frowns upon automation software. So we want to automatically withdraw those invitations after a certain period of time, and WeConnect does it automatically. So you're safe. It also limits you at 100 connection requests per day. So that's good too. Which you don't want to do any more than that, anyways, because again, you could get flagged and have your profile banned. So let's see. This is where the campaign manager is. We can actually create a campaign. First, I'll show you where you add your list. So you can actually. So here's what happens: is we build our list in Sales Navigator, and actually, let me just show you a test here. So I'll go to one of my saved searches here in Sales Navigator. I'm going to pull up test realtors here. And we'll just give it a second to populate. All right. We'll basically grab this URL. We're going to head back over to WeConnect, add list. And so second and third degree connections. And then you paste this URL in here. You do a search. And then, depending on the size of the list, it takes like 60 to 90 seconds. It's going to populate that entire list right here. You're going to be able to save it and use it in your campaigns later on. It's freaking awesome. So let me go back here. I'm not going to wait for this, but because I already have these saved. But like if I click on here, it's going to populate it's still populating right here. I actually saved this. I was doing a test here a little bit earlier. It takes around up to about 24 hours for the entire list to populate. You saw there was only 254 people so far. It's got like 24,000. So I think it does cap at like 2,500, but still 2,500 people is plenty of prospects, right? So anyways, that's how you upload your list into WeConnect so you can create your campaign. And to create your campaign, it's so freaking easy, guys. Like with WeConnect, you could have a campaign up and running in like 2 or 3 days, or maybe the same day, potentially, depending on how big your list is. It's just so easy, right? So we click add new. Maybe. There we go. All right. Give a campaign name. So test campaign, whatever. Campaign type. There's a lot of different things you could do with this. I haven't tested the rest of this yet. I've only done invite new connections. What I am probably going to test next is messaging first connections. This is a great way to, let's say you run a campaign for 6 months and you're working your leads. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, and you just want to follow with all of your first connections for whatever reason. It's basically like sending an email out to your list. You'd be able to do that there. I don't know why it just kicked me out of my campaign. Let's try it again. All right, test campaign, but we'll do invite new connections for now. This is where you add your list to your campaign after you saved it. All right, and we save and continue. All right, here's your connection message. You're limited to 300 characters. You put your connection message in. And also, again, in the Academy, I give you scripts and templates that you can use. I show you all the really cool automation, like emailing your new connections, running Facebook retargeting ads to your new connections, how to use WeConnect, Sales Navigator, all that stuff. But I just want to show you like how easy this is to use. So you put your connection request or your message here. You can personalize it with their first name. All right, then we're going to click add step. This is the first follow-up message. So this is sent after somebody accepts your connection request, okay? So we're going to click on, I usually do 1 day, and then you put your message in here, okay? Next, we can add another step. So let's say they don't respond to our connection request message, and then they don't respond to our first follow-up. Well, we can wait I usually do 4 days. We can wait 4 days if no reply, and send them another message, okay? And again, we can add another one. I only do up to 4 follow-up messages, maybe 3. It just depends on what I'm doing, which industry. But like right here, we'll do, you could do 8 days on this one. And then the final one, you could do 12 days, something like that. And basically what this does is it allows you, like you're following up with your new potential leads over the course of about 3 weeks. Because here's the thing is that, not everybody is extremely active on LinkedIn. Some people are, but some people aren't. It's also why I show you how to send automated emails to your brand new connections as well, because most people do check their email. Not everybody's on LinkedIn every day. So it's just another good way to elicit a response. But I usually stop at follow-up 4. And by this time, you're about 3 weeks into the new connection. So, and we don't really want to do much more beyond that. We don't want to be a pest. And plus, we want to focus more on people who are responding anyways, okay? So you set up all your messages, save and continue. And this is where you can set your invite limit. Now, if you have a brand new LinkedIn account, you have to have at least 100 connections in order to run a campaign inside of WeConnect, and it's for the safety of your profile, basically. So you have to have at least 100 connections already. And but what I tell people is that if you haven't really been active on LinkedIn for a long time, I would ease into it. Like I wouldn't jump right to 100 right off the bat. I would start at maybe 50, and then just every few days, just work you can come in, edit this campaign and bump the numbers up. But, you can do up to 100 here, 100 here, and you're pretty good. This is your follow-up messages, and this is your daily invites, okay? You can also set a time frame if you want. I usually just do every day because I want as many opportunities as possible, but it's up to you. You can also set a time frame as well, okay? And then you click save, and you're good to go. Then you save and continue, and you can either send the campaign right away, or you can save it for later. It just depends. You usually have to save it for later because you want to give the list time to populate, but it's up to you. Okay. That's how you use WeConnect. And basically, it's just like an insanely powerful software for automating your LinkedIn lead generation. Now, I want to show you a couple of cool tricks really quick inside of Sales Navigator that we did, just to help you out a little bit. Again, I go through this completely inside of my Academy. However, I want to walk you through some of the targeting that we have here. Now, here's the thing. And again, it really boils down to your industry and what you're doing. Typically with referral marketing, if you're trying to build a referral network, that's pretty easy for targeting. You're really just going to use your titles. I do a lot of lead generation for credit repair. So a good referral source for credit repair for a credit repair agent would be a realtor, a mortgage loan officer, something along those lines. And those titles are pretty abundant here inside of Sales Navigator. You can see right here, I've got licensed real estate agent, realtor, all that stuff. So it's not too difficult to do that. So typically any type of referral marketing, you're going to be pretty solid. I typically use these two to narrow down my list. I don't like to have a big list on LinkedIn. 1 to 3, maybe 4,000 people. But if you have anything more than that, you should really try to narrow it down. It's not about quantity on LinkedIn. It's about quality, making sure you're getting in front of your actual ideal prospect and sending them a message, not somebody who's you're not going to be able to work with. So using these 3 right here can actually narrow down the search results, but also get you higher quality prospects. So for example, if you are like company headcount can work too. So actually that's a good example. Let's say you're going after business owners who have been in business a long time, or maybe you want business owners who make a certain amount of money. Well, you can't really target by a certain amount of money, at least not on lead filters. I think you can on account. I haven't done that yet. However, if we're using just like our standard Sales Navigator here, you can actually use something like company headcount, because think about it. If a business owner has been, at his current position here, like current position as the business owner for at least 3 years or higher, and his company headcount is, let's say, at least 10 people, well, chances are he's probably making, like, his revenue is pretty decent. You're not going to have 10 employees without revenue, obviously. So it's you can use these different fields to get get more specific, highly targeted. So instead of going after just general business owners, you go after business owners with a certain company headcount, and now you're getting in front of people who have been in business longer, who have more revenue, things like that. Hope that makes sense, right? And also too, as a side note, guys, there's like so many different ways that you can combine these fields. That's why I love LinkedIn and I love Sales Navigator. But here, I'm going to show you one more cool trick with Sales Navigator so you can implement this. This is something that I learned from a mentor of mine. Shout out to Ravi. He's just a beast. And let's get rid of these titles. And I want to show you something here. So a lot of the clients that I work with, I mean, we're trying to get in front of decision makers, business owners, things like that. Maybe like I also do a lot of work in the business funding and loan space. So I'm going to show you a really cool way to get in front of business owners for a particular industry, for example. Okay. So I was actually going to start running a test campaign for myself in the roofing industry. So going after targeting roofing business owners. However, if you type that into title, like roofing, the only thing that comes up is roofer. It's not really specific. Also, you don't know if they're a business owner or not, right? And there's no industry. Like if you scroll up here, I rarely use industry unless I'm, again, trying to narrow down my audience. So if we get rid of that. So what I needed to do was, if the title is not there, how do I get in front of business owners in the roofing industry who own a roofing company? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to clear this out so you can see the number of search results. I'll actually probably leave these here. So I'm going after business owners in a certain industry. Now, this comes down to knowing your audience, but we're going to do owner. We're going to start with owner. There's usually like 4 to 6 decision maker titles that I like to use. So we'll do owner. You could also do co-owner. I'm not going to do it now, but you can do partner as well. I'm just going to do the 4 main ones that I usually do. President. Come on. I don't know why it does this. Like, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's just Sales Navigator in general. It's just like when I start typing stuff into these fields, it's just like it takes forever. All right, president. And then I'm only going to do one more because I don't feel like waiting on this thing to populate forever. And then founder. The other one would be chief executive officer, CEO, partner, principal, maybe. Right? Those are your typical decision maker titles. Now, if we type this in, if we were to do the search now, it does absolutely nothing for roofing. And also, if we were to put roofing in the keywords, like I've just never had a good experience with typing the industry that I'm going after in the keyword section. It's just not, it doesn't work very well. It does work really well for cleaning your list up. So you'll see here I have not recruiter, not support, not attorney, not customer support or customer service. Not consultant, things like that. And that will really clean your list up. And this is what's called a Boolean search. So I have not in all caps, And then the title that I don't want, I have that in parentheses. And basically keywords is just it's gonna search the list's profiles. Everybody on that list is going to search their profile for this keyword. Anybody with this keyword is going to take out of the list. So it's really powerful for cleaning up your list. Sometimes I will also do it for title, like assistant, right? I don't want any assistant. So if you type assistant into your title section here and then you hover over it, I wonder if it's going to let me do it. No, I guess not. Usually actually I probably have to edit it here. There we go. If you hover over it, you can actually exclude assistants and consultants and things like that. It's a really good way to clean your list up. Anyways, to get in front of roofers, for example, or business owners who own a roofing company, what I can do is I come down to company, and now I can type in common keywords that are in the business name of the people I'm going after. Let me say that again, make sure you get it, because this is so freaking powerful, guys. I'm going to type in, I'm going to do a Boolean search for common keywords that are in the business name of the prospect I'm going after. What's that going to be? Well, again, it comes down to knowing your audience. You can also just Google search it if you're not sure. What are the typical words in the business name of the person I'm going after? Well, in this case, it's going to be, we're going to open a parentheses and we're going to do quotations, roofing. And I'm going to do or in all caps. It's going to take forever to populate there. And then parentheses again, I'm going to do roofers, close parentheses, and see what happens. We're going to wait a second. I'm going to pause this for now because I have no idea. Well, I can't even pause. It's just frozen. Okay. Guess we're hanging out for a minute while LinkedIn makes up its mind. But I hope you guys see how absolutely insanely powerful this could be. Well, there we go. That wasn't too bad. All right. We need to hit enter. All right, I'm probably not going to get too many because actually I still have Florida chosen. So just really quick, just so you can see the number of results, let me actually add, let's edit this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know why it's lagging so bad. Let's do all United States. I typically recommend, well, depending on the size of your list, like obviously the more niche your industry is, the fewer connections you're going to have. But I typically recommend starting with your local, like just your state. It's a good commonality to start with as well. And it does narrow down your list pretty good. But in this case, I'm doing the entire United States. I only have 2,000 results, which is still plenty. There's a lot of opportunity there. But so here it is, right? We have 2,000 results of people in the United States who have as their title a founder, owner, or president. So they're all decision makers, and they're the owner, founder, president of a company with the word roofing or roofers in it. Fantastic way to get in front of your ideal prospect. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. You're still going to have to do the search, go through and clean it up. Okay. And basically any keywords that you find that you don't want, you just add to your Boolean search here in the keyword section and just put not in front of it. Okay. But look at this. Chief Financial Officer at Roofing. Let's see. President at U.S. Roofing. So self-employed. So that's something like in the title, I could eliminate self-employed if I really wanted to clean this up. Roofing contractors, roofing systems, roofing home improvement, marketing manager. I'm not really sure why that one's coming up. But again, like I said, it's not perfect. That's why you want to go through this and clean it up. But for the most part, these are owners of some type of roofing company. President, owner, president. Sheet metal is another keyword I could add to the company Boolean search, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to show you how to use Sales Navigator, WeConnect, get your free trial, and get this set up and just make LinkedIn a big part of your marketing. It's something I do for all of my clients now. I've added it to like my full business suite campaign setup, and it's just awesome. So, we're on multiple platforms doing Facebook ads, but we're also doing really well on LinkedIn. So I can't stress how powerful LinkedIn is when you use it properly. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, guys. Again, like the video if it was. Leave a comment down below with any questions, or if you have requests for any specific type of video. And make sure you subscribe, because like I said, I come out with this, like we're constantly testing different types of lead generation strategies and all types of digital marketing stuff. So make sure you subscribe to stay updated. Check out the links in the description. Make sure you join the Facebook group. Check out the Academy, all that stuff. And guys, at the time of this recording, it's the end of 2020, which has been a disastrous year for a lot of people. Not for some of us. 2020 was a fantastic year for the business over here, but just like crush it 2021. Really set yourself up for success in 2021 and beyond. And do what it takes, learn the skill sets, implement these types of systems. These can be an absolute freaking game changer in your business and in your client's business. Okay, so make sure you take some massive action and start crushing it. Okay, anyways, appreciate your time, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, take care.